What's good, family? It's your favorite barber, EJCUTTZZ, coming back on here with another transformation video, man. Before we get into this video, we gotta talk about these subscribers, bro. Y'all been running it up for me, and I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep blessing me, and I'm gonna bless y'all. So that's why at 3,000 subscribers, I will be giving away five free EJCUTTZZ t-shirts, man. But on top of that, 2 lucky subscribers will be getting either a pair of clippers or a pair of trimmers. Yeah, I got a pair of clippers and trimmers that I don't use no more, so I'm like, I could bless the youth, you know what I'm saying? Or whoever watching this video, you want to be a barber, your brother a barber, whatever, go ahead, subscribe, man. And 5 lucky subscribers will be getting a free EJCUTTZZ t-shirt and a pair of clippers or trimmers for 2 other lucky subscribers, man. Second, this video, y'all ain't seen this content on my channel yet, man. So I'm excited for y'all to see this. I'm excited for y'all to kind of see some of my other work and what else I could do, man. So again, as always, appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Keep leaving positive comments in the section for me, bro. I really do appreciate y'all. Y'all make my confidence go up every time I drop a video. So I love y'all. Let's get into it.
Call when I need that fresh cut. Who I'm gon' call when I need that fresh. EJCUTTZZ, 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 EJCUTTZZ. EJCUTTZZ, EJCUTTZZ, yeah, EJCUTTZZ, 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 for real.
So we gonna get straight into it today, man. My boy Drew obviously don't like me because he wanted to wait 3 months to get his hair cut. Hey, it is what it is. As the barber, I gotta do my job and revive my boy. So as you can see right here, I'm just starting off going through debulking, man. I like to have a clean surface before I start cutting hair. Just me personally as a barber, as I've learned over the years, the haircut comes out a lot nicer when you go through and you debulk first, man. So that's what I'm starting to do right here. And as I'm going through, man, I'm really trying to imagine that fade in my head. I'm really kind of trying to see a picture in my head before I do it, because this is like art, man. Once you can see it painted in your head and you can paint it, bro, it's nothing better than that. And every time somebody sit in my chair and I could picture the final result in my head before I do it, I already know it's gonna be fire, man. It's been very few people who've sat in my chair and I haven't been able to look at their head and say, okay, I got the perfect haircut for you, man. It's a talent, it's a gift from God, man. And I appreciate every moment of it, bro. I embrace this, you know what I'm saying? Just going through, taking my time, not rushing through his head, man. Making sure he get the best possible cut. I don't want to rush through and possibly mess up the fade. I don't want to rush through and possibly cut too much hair. I want to really take my time. Right here, man, I'm just going through, wetting that hair, man. We're getting ready to use them shears to clip his hair down. He said he wanted a little bit off the top and the side, so we had to do that for him, man. I like to do that first. I like to take care of that so I could go ahead and do the fade straight up into the hair. I don't like to go through and do it last. I do sometimes, depending on how much hair is on the top, but he had so much that needed to go, so I just went ahead and did it first, man. I'm going through, making sure I prioritize every single part of this cut, man, meaning that fade isn't more important than getting the top of his head even. Nothing is more important than the other thing, man. Everything is important. Prioritizing every single part of this haircut, man. And speaking of prioritizing, man, prioritize yourself. And I truly mean that from the heart. I'm not sure what that means to every single listener right now, man, whether that's prioritizing your craft, whether that's prioritizing your look, just prioritizing your job, whatever it is, prioritize yourself. Meaning it's coming from you first, man, because being a good person is sometimes hard prioritizing yourself when you're trying to make sure others are okay. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to make sure others is living a good life. The people in your daily life are okay, your friends, your family. It's hard, bro. But at the end of the day, man, we got to understand this is our life. You know what I'm saying? And when we 60 or 70 years old, I don't want none of us looking back saying, dang, bro, I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. No, bro, go do it today. Prioritize yourself, whether that's starting your YouTube channel today. You know what I'm saying? Starting going to the gym at 6 in the morning every day. Prioritize yourself, bro, because at the end of the day, this is your life, bro. Nobody else can live your life for you. Nobody else gonna start that YouTube channel for you. Nobody else gonna go to the gym for you. Nobody else gonna go run them sprints when everybody else sitting down for you. You gotta do that yourself, man. In this life, you get what you put in. And that's really with anything. But in a bigger picture standpoint, what you put into this life is what you're gonna get out of it, man. And a lot of the successful people, it has nothing to do with money. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to do with character being successful. You gotta be a good person to be successful, for real. Money and stuff, yeah, that's cool. That's financially stable, financially, wealthy, but that's not success. Success is in your head, man. Success is in your head. Don't look at nobody else's life and say, oh, I wish I had that. No, prioritize yourself. Go do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, go to the gym yourself. You don't need no friend to go to the gym with you. Go ahead, get in there, put that work in. Whatever it is in life. If you gotta get a new job, prioritize doing interviews. I mean, not doing interviews. I apologize, y'all, but putting an application. You know what I'm saying? We really gotta start putting ourselves first in this world, bro, because a lot of times we get caught up in work. We get caught up in trying to make sure others are okay, trying to make others not feel down, man. And the inside, everybody going through different stuff. Everybody been through different stuff. I just want y'all to prioritize yourself, as I have been trying to lately, man. But anyways, we still going through. We trying to make these sides as even as possible and look as natural as possible, going up through his fade, going through, even taking the middle hairs, bringing them right up, making sure that we get them as even as possible, just like how we did on the left and the right side of his head. Oh yeah, man. I also wanted to chop it up with y'all a little bit about something that I want to try coming up this week. I do want to start doing some reaction videos. So y'all go ahead, y'all leave some links down below in the comments of some videos that I can react to. Obviously haircut related, but I did want to just, interact with y'all a little bit different, because, it's cool. I love coming on here talking y'all through my haircuts, giving y'all a little motivation for the week and everything. But I kind of wanted to interact with y'all a little more. I wanted to see y'all interact in the comments a little bit more about what's going on in the video. You know what I'm saying? And not just personally from my haircuts, but from other barbers' haircuts, or from, TikTokers' haircuts. You know what I'm saying? And again, man, I appreciate that so much, because I really want to come on here and give y'all a lot of different content. I want y'all to get to know a lot of different sides of myself as I do these live reactions. You know what I'm saying? I'll appreciate y'all commenting in the comments, being more interactive as well, bro. And that's the whole goal to this, man. I want this channel to feel more as a family feeling. You coming on here and you feel welcome. You feel comfortable coming here and just hearing me talk to y'all, and y'all being able to interact in the comments. So finally, man, we gonna go ahead. We gonna get into this fade. I do like to go against the grain when I'm doing this type of hair texture, just because I feel like it make it a lot easier to get the line out. That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? Every barber got different techniques to what they do. This is just how I like to start it. You know what I'm saying? It took me a while to learn this type of hair texture, different ways of trying stuff to really get my way of doing things down packed. You know what I'm saying? So I came a long way. And if you know me for the past few years, if you went to school with me, where I was in college at, whatever, man, y'all know I came a long way from where I was, man. So it's exciting to even feel comfortable enough to record this type of haircut and record this type of hair texture. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, a couple years ago, Drew would have came to me, I probably would have pissed on myself, bro. And that's no cap. I didn't know what I would have did with this hair. But I'm so glad for progression, man, for consistency, and me really getting an addiction to my craft. You know what I'm saying? Become an addict to your craft, whether that's writing, reading, driving, swimming, whatever it is, man, be addicted to it. Because I promise you, when you get addicted to perfecting your craft, man, you're going to grow more and more of a love for it. And when you wake up, you're not going to feel like you're going to no job. You're not going to feel like none of that. Sometimes you're going to be tired, but it don't feel like no job, bro. When you making somebody look good, when you making somebody feel good, bro, that's never a job. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing. And I'm telling you, if you going to your job and you making somebody smile, you are a blessing to them. So keep being a blessing when you wake up. You don't gotta be angry. You don't gotta be no upset person because you tired, man. You can be tired and still put a smile on somebody's face. Always remember that. I'm going through and I'm really trying to finish balding this area after I get my line pretty intact, you know what I'm saying, and ready to go with this fade. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start debulking again just like I did earlier in the video. Obviously my guards are a little smaller right now. Right now I'm going through with a 3 open, and what I'm doing is I'm going up and I'm flicking out to where I want my fade to stop at. I don't want to go too far up because like I said earlier, he kind of wanted a mid-ball fade. He showed me a picture of somebody's hair I did not too long ago. So, you know, I wanted to give him that exact same look. I wanted to give him the look that he wanted. Ensuring that I'm combing them hairs down after I go through with them clippers again, because this fade I want it to look really nice going into the top of his hair. I went ahead, I got my 4 and I opened the guard all the way up just like I did before, and as you can see, man, it's really starting to look natural going into the top of his head. Again, I didn't want it to sit like it was just sit. I didn't want his hair to look like it was just sitting on top of his head. I wanted this fade to really go into it nicely, and that's all I'm starting to do. Going ahead, opening my liver all the way up. I don't want to go too high, so I'm going right above the eyebrows because again, my boy wanted some C-hooks. So going up too high would kind of make me not be able to get him some C-hooks. As y'all can see, I'm going through combing down them hairs after I do anything, trying to make this haircut as clean as possible. I'm going through and I'm kind of fading that bald line out. You can't see it too much because like I said earlier, I went against the grain, so I didn't set a hard line in, but I am just going through kind of balding that line out. And again, man, everybody got their different ways they cut hair, different ways they cut different textures. So personally for me, I don't look at how to cut hair. I just look at cutting hair, if that makes sense. I see somebody's head and I see my vision, and that's what I do. I'm not really a robot when it comes to this. I don't say, oh, I know I need to put my 1.5 on right after I do this, blah, blah, blah. I just go through and I do what I gotta do to make that fade happen. But don't get me wrong, man. Until you learn your type of routine, try different ways to cut hair. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with learning multiple ways and finding your own routine through all the multiple ways. You know what I'm saying? I combine a lot of different ways to cut hair and a lot of different techniques on how to cut hair into one. And obviously I just seen I went up with that 1.5 open, and I like to fade down but also fade up at the same time when it comes to this type of style of hair and this type of haircut. And as y'all can see, man, we almost halfway through this side of the head with this fade, man, and the fade already starting to come together. I'm going ahead and I'm grabbing my 2 and I'm opening it all the way up, and I'm going up, getting that 1.5 open line out. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to make this fade as pressure as possible, as blurry as possible. So I'm doing what I gotta do to make that happen. And for everybody in the Michigan area, my link gonna be down below, man. Y'all go ahead and sign up for a cut. Book an appointment with me, man. I'll be excited to cut y'all hair, man, and interact with y'all. See where y'all found me at, you know what I'm saying? It really feel good when somebody from, you know, a different city come and sit down in your chair and say, oh, I seen you on Instagram, I seen you on TikTok, man. It makes you feel good, bro. It makes you feel like you really growing. And which you are, man. Wherever you posting your stuff, wherever you posting your content, man, be creative, man. And also be intentional, bro. You know, you really want your viewers and these people on social media, the people in the world, to really realize that you care about cutting hair and you care about that final look. I'm going through doing the same thing I did to the other side, really trying to debulk them sides and make this fade look beautiful going into the top of his head. And don't forget, man, please leave some links down below of some haircut videos that I could react to. I'm excited as hell to drop some different content for y'all, man, so y'all can see different sides of myself, you know, see different sides of just the channel in general, man. And I'm excited to just keep growing with y'all, keep producing different content with y'all, And eventually, I want us all to feel like we grew into the biggest channel on YouTube, man. That's really how I feel, and that's how I want it to be. Again, going through doing the same thing I did to that other side, making sure I don't do too much, but I'm taking my time, man. I really want this haircut to be the best that it possibly can. Going through, just balding that line out and really making this fade look great. As y'all can see, man, my freaking wall seniors died on me, so I had to switch my clippers. It is what it is. I went to my trusty Magic clips. I love these clippers, man. They cut easily, and you know, you can honestly feel what you cutting, and that's what I love about the Magic clips, man. I really like that about the walls in general. You just feel like you cutting the exact amount that you're supposed to, and it don't ever feel like you're gonna cut too much. You know exactly how to, them guards, it's something about the wall guards, man, they just feel great. And like I done told y'all the last couple videos, we working on these angles, man. We working on trying to get a better way to get the whole haircut in without, you know, my head in the camera and things of that nature, man. I'm not in the biggest space right now, so I can't get the best angles, but I promise y'all, as soon as we can, I'm gonna give y'all the best angles y'all ever seen on YouTube. And of course, man, I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna knock this back out. I like making the back pause. But anyways, I like doing the back last because I just, you know, I like to blend it in with the sides. You know, it's a lot easier for me, and just the way I cut hair. You know what I'm saying? Some people like to do everything at once, meaning they go around the whole entire head with every step. I did used to follow that method of cutting hair, but as I've kept cutting, I realized that just wasn't for me, and I like this way better, so that's how I do it now. Some advice that I will give to, you know, some younger barbers, or even to myself still sometimes, is keep working in the back, man. I promise you that back is the hardest to fade out than any of the sides. I'm not quite sure why the back is the hardest to fade out, but that's just how it is with fades. You gotta sometimes do steps over and over again to get certain lines out. Don't be afraid to keep working at it, and don't be afraid to, you know, take a little longer on the haircut just to get that client, you know, reassurance that you really care about their hair and you care about how that fade turn out. And as y'all can see, man, I'm going through and I'm about to start making these C-hooks, man. My boy did say he wanted some C-hooks, and he showed me even a picture that I did on a client a few months ago, and he wanted to replicate it, and so that's what my job was to do, man. I didn't want to take that fade up too high just so I could give him some C-hooks. And we really got to make sure we taking our time on these C-hooks, using the corner of our blade. I don't want to use too much of the inside of it, again, just because I don't want to accidentally go into that fade at all. Going up on his vertical lines, I wanted to make it as natural as possible because, again, I knew I was going to use some enhancements, so I didn't need to push him in at all. And I didn't want to make them vertical lines too high because, again, my boy hair do come over his face a little bit, so it's going to look a lot more natural if I don't take that vertical line all the way up. And as y'all can see, man, this haircut really starting to come together, especially if y'all watched all the way from the beginning, bro. Y'all seen how, you know, how much effort this haircut took, man, and it's really starting to come together, and it's starting to look nice, bro. And right here, man, I used a white pencil just because I wanted his lineup to pop out a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? He did say that he wanted them C-hooks, so I said I might as well go ahead and put that white chalk on it so it can make these lines pop a lot more. Going ahead, obviously we doing the same thing we did to that other side, taking our time, being patient, just using the corner of our detailers, not going too much into his actual hairline, his actual lineup. Because again, my boy, he wanted to use a little bit of enhancement, so I wanted to keep his lineup as natural as possible so that, you know, when those enhancements come off, it don't look goofy or crazy. And as we come into the end of the video, man, I do again want to thank y'all for sticking around with me, for continuing to subscribe, man. Don't forget that we doing a giveaway for 7 lucky people. 2 people will be getting either a trimmer or a clipper, and 5 other people will be getting a free EJCUTTZZ t-shirt, man. Thank y'all for sticking around for the video, man. I love y'all. Stay blessed. Continue to subscribe. Peace.